all right. What's happening, everybody? Yesterday's um, yesterday's video doesn't want to be uploaded. I don't know why. It refuses to go up on YouTube. I've tried and I've tried. No idea why. Hey, Yatsuki. How are you? What's happening? Does this make a difference? No. Not a lot. So I don't know why it doesn't want to upload. It just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. I re-encoded it. I changed the file name. Nope. I don't know why. So I guess that one is gonna be lost for the ages. Yesterday's stream. No idea. Hey, Rolomancer, Zialin, Sergey. Привет, Sergey. Привет. How's everyone doing? Hey, DMT. What's cooking? Any astral projections lately? Or rather, have you sent anyone into outer space yet? Or recently? If you are DMT, then, you know. Eisdai. Guten Dagen? But that's a good day. That's not good morning. Every night is a dream trip. Straight up. Fantastic. So any suggestions on topics? Give it to me. Give it to me raw. Divine Magister. Ooh, that's some Harry Potter stuff. A Magister. That's pretty cool. That's like a teacher, university of divine. A divine teacher. Wall Trasher. I want to draw a Wall Trasher. Whatever a Wall Trasher is, OMG. And whatever a Shark Ogre is, amazing. I don't speak Russian, Sergey, unfortunately, and definitely not read the Cyrillic. Or is that Greek? That's Cyrillic. That's Cyrillic. I don't know. Wall Trasher. Wall Trasher. Amazing. I have zero. I know. Привет. Бутылка. Да, нет. Не понимаю по-русски. And some curse words. That's about it. Suka biat. Exactly. There, Bard. How's it going? All right, we got Divine Magister, Wall Trasher, Shark Ogre. We got 3. Right, let's roll the dice. We're gonna divide it in 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, option 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, option blah. You get it. Let's go. Throw. Poof, poof. Number 3, which is the last topic. Dear Bard, ugly fairy did not make it, which means Shark Ogre by Rolomancer. By the way, I want to draw a Rolomancer, whatever that is. Shark Ogre. Sergey, I'm all good, thanks. How are you? How the hell can we make a Shark Ogre? The only thing that pops into my mind is Alex Heath's latest ARP War submission that got to the finals. This shark kind of. Sergey. Dear Bard. Yeah, good run though. Sergey, having discussions and disagreeing, you know, in the grown-up world is absolutely fine. as long as it stays respectful and you don't shit on anyone, I'm all good for discussions. That's why I also didn't step in, and so on. All good. Yeah, it's definitely Warhammer-ish. Shark ogre. I mean, what the F is a shark ogre? Okay, an ogre is an idiot, right? I'm gonna try experiment with style today, by the way. Shark ogre. Shark ogre. Lumbering idiot. I didn't like those moves there that I did. Should have hands. I don't know. I have to go with something here. Shark ogre. An ogre. Stupid, big, lumbering shark. Let's go fantasy. Let's give it some armor. What's so special about a shark ogre? It swims. It's hungry. Fuck. There's no point of correlation to real world here. We're doomed. Sergey, I have zero idea what this is actually. Even if there is like a Warhammer or something equivalent. I mean, an ogre has zero intelligence. They are pure power, right? An ogre is just size and power. Hey, Captain Paus. Captain Paus, how's it going? So all of you who are subscribed, who are supporting me with your lovely dollars or euros or free prime, have every one of you watched my lecture, by the way? Do you feel like the lecture gift from me to you was a nice gift? Would you like more of those? Hey, Fight Milk, how's it going? Captain Boss, not entirely yet. Okay, I see. You're that kind of guy. How about a hammerhead ogre? Hammerhead shark ogre. Let's go. We're running with it. Rollomancer. Yes, sir. It was illuminating. Fascinating. Sergey, yes, and more yes. You haven't seen it just yet, Atsuki. Fight Milk, I'm all good, thank you, sir. All right, that's good. That's good. I am thinking of somehow making bonus program. I'm assuming I gotta go Patreon for that. But if you, I think a Patreon probably has to come. And what I think is I'm not sure yet, or I need to maybe make a custom. I have no idea. I want to give you guys stuff, right? I want to give you appreciation. If you appreciate me, I will appreciate you. You see? You see where I'm coming from? So my idea is I'm trying to figure out a great way. I don't think you can sync Patreon with Twitch. Can someone do a quick Google me this, please, people of the chat? Would you humor me in doing a Google of syncing Patreon with Twitch? A Google. You'll leave Twitch, boss? Yeah, that would probably be the thing. And I would say anyone that is what's it called? Patreon would get VIP status, I guess. Singing Patreon? Fight Milk. Syncing Patreon account with Twitch. If you can have like, oh, I'm a subscriber on Patreon, I'm a Patreon of yours, show it on Twitch or whatever, I don't know. I don't know if it exists communication between those two platforms. Sergey, I know you can do a closed for subscribers. I know a lot of people do that, like, hey, pay me and you get access to my Discord, which, by the way, isn't that fascinating. And everyone's like, oh, behind a paywall? I gotta pay, I want to know. And then they pay and they're like, at least I'm paying, so I'm in the cool guys club. I'm in the cool club now. I made it, Mom. Do you see? Do you see? I paid to win. Everyone gets that itch when something is behind a paywall. They're like, oof, it must mean it's special and I need to pay for it. Here we go. Let's go. Bitter? I'm not bitter. Sergey, yeah, I know you can make behind paywall. That's true, actually, Sergey. That's true. What if I make a support thing? Like, you have to connect your Twitch to your Discord. They have to communicate. But maybe you can do that with Patreon. Can you connect Patreon with Discord? That would be cool. If that was possible. That's cool. DMT. If you're on my Discord, please, if you wouldn't mind, give me some info of that setup. If you don't mind, that is. But if you do mind, that's okay too. I don't need you. If it's a no, who are you? Go away. But if you want to help me, hey, buddy, how's it going? Best guy in the world. Man, you're like amazing. No? Ah, fuck. No, but I think that might be a good solution, actually. If we connect Patreon and Twitch, and you have to connect your Discord to both, either, if depending on where you're going, you're going to have access to the content I provide on the locked channels. But then nothing stops you from giving that URL away unless Hey, Wanamir Levy. What up, yo? How's it going? Long time no see. I see you don't want to hang around with us. You have more important things to do, or you don't want to be our friend anymore. No. Felt like spending some channel points. Wise move. Wise move, sir. Hey, Miguel, how's it going? How are you, Miguel? How's the Unreal Bjorn 3 entry going? Last time you were here, you were sweating bullets because you had 0 time. And for those who don't know, I don't know why I haven't seen Miguel online on Twitch lately, but Miguel used to stream at least, but seems like he's not streaming anymore. He's a fantastic concept artist, illustrator. Shout out to Miguel Iglesias? Nightbot, where are you? The Mind Waker, how's it going? Welcome back. How's it going? Discord is on my laptop. Leave it off my main PC. We'll send the link when I go to my laptop later. DMT, thank you. Sharsa, how's it going? Should my name become blue on its own, or do you have change it by hand on the Discord? Blue? Oh, that like the custom Discord channel filter thing on the right. I have to manually do that unless you sync your account, and then you will automatically have. There's two categories: one manual and one automatic. Amir, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, considering the situation, I'm okay. I wouldn't say good, but I'm okay. My daughter's medical situation is still not solved, and some of the things we know about her medical situation is literally you don't want to think about them. Nice. So it doesn't leave me any moment to not stress or be worried. But life goes on. You can't hover above of the past or all the negatives. You can't bury yourself in negatives. So what I just gotta do and try to do is to just move forward. That's the last thing, the only thing we can do really, and wait for answers of her medical situation. So it's very taxing. Rolomancer, he is indeed doing everything. He's a busy guy. Think so. If you die, I'll do it fighting. That's the spirit, Miguel. That is the spirit, sir. Good job. Yeah, my daughter has, for those who don't know, have epilepsy and autism, and her version of epilepsy, they told us it's like, well, yeah, she can die. Sorry, like, yeah, she can just suddenly die. And by the way, it usually happens at nighttime. Thank you. That was exactly what I needed to hear to calm my nerves. All right. Atsuki, yeah, no, and especially when it's like, yeah, like nighttime is usually the time when you at least you can rest. You know, those few hours of sleep you get. No, forget, forget resting. But we know, I mean, with medication, there is such a like idiotic situation with epilepsy and medicine, right? So you get medicine, right? You think that, oh, the medicine is great, you know, it stops the seizures. But no, like the medicine that they get can make more seizures, other kind. So you need other medicine, and that medicine might give you more seizures or more problems. Oh, by the way, very common that you get depressed and suicidal, and you can have like organ failure, like you're starting to get a rash and then organ starts to shut off. And it's like, can't my little daughter just get a break? Like, okay, she has autism, we get it, we're trying to solve that. Oh, by the way, she has epilepsy. Oh, by the way, she needs all these meds. Oh, and by the way, oh, horrific. Hey, Gria, how's it going? Sharsa, yeah, exactly. There we go. So we are trying all sorts of things, all sorts of measures, all sorts. I mean, obviously not the the crazy, idiotic measures, but measures and possible solutions made on facts and knowledge rather than like I told you about this before, but when we understood that my daughter have epilepsy, we obviously the first thing you do is you Google around, right? So we try to look for answers, solutions, ways of mitigating the effects of autism on her, and so on and so forth. And one fact I stumbled upon was like diluted ammonia. You give your kid diluted ammonia, and like, yeah, the results are a lot more calmer, stops sitting and twitching, just like, yeah, you're killing your kid with the ammonia. Are you insane? But like, yeah, yeah, look, calmer. Like, no, closer to death. Not curing autism there. Horrific. So those kind of things, you know, we're not doing. DMT. Yeah, we are using CBD oil, non-THC CBD oil. Obviously, we don't want to make my little girl high. And the derivative of hemp or marijuana, as they clearly relabeled it, so it's more exotic and evil, um, does affect a lot, does mitigate a lot, both autism and epilepsy. But that's very tricky and it's very not brand, but strain specific and dosage specific. It's extremely subtle, and you have to experiment a lot. And because my daughter has autism, quite non-verbal, or she is verbal, but she can't communicate that well. It's a lot of guessing and looking and visually judging what the CPD is doing. So it is taxing. But nevertheless, we are moving forward. We are getting answers. We are closer to a resolution, but sadly it takes time, and because of the health system, we're queuing, waiting. That's all really you can do at the moment. Waiting for our turn to get answers. But at least we're getting answers. At least we are knowing, at least my daughter has medicine, that a really good medicine that helps her big seizures to stop. And the big seizures are when she passes out, cramps, and stops breathing, which, you know, horrific. First time it happened was in the middle of a restaurant, and we had to perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on her, which was fun. Cheers there, Bart. Yeah, God entity has zero effect on my daughter's physical situation. DMT, yeah, absolutely. We are getting it from reliable third-party analyzed quality source. Sergey, no, this ogre is not that smart. The owners are that smart. You see? An ogre. Actually, let's make it even more obvious that it's a slave. We do a piercing and like a rope. Come here, doggy. I mean, I think so too. I mean, with the correct answer to her state, correct medicine to balance her, dietary changes, all the additional help. Hopefully. But also, it could be like, oh yeah, by the way, your daughter's epilepsy is the kind that's just gonna get worse and worse until brain dead. It's like, oh, okay. All right, thank you. That makes me sleep. The little sleep I could get, that makes me. No. Fuck it. All I can do is my best. Amir, yeah, absolutely. It does help a lot. About this ogre and if it could swim. Nah, screw swimming. This ogre just walks at the bottom of the sea. Sorry to be all negative today, giving you guys like everything is shit with my daughter comments. But in all honesty, yes, my daughter's medical situation is horrible and it's extremely stressful and extremely taxing. But I'm also positive. I'm not gonna give up. Shit is what it is. Eyes forward. Go from strengths to strengths. That's all you can do. Vidas? Sometimes it's good to vent. Yeah, it is. It is. I thought also I'll let you guys know a little bit. I've kind of dropped hints about my daughter's medical situation and been a bit cryptic about it. One of the reasons around when it happened was that I couldn't talk about it because emotionally I was um, quite taken by it, obviously. Having to resuscitate my daughter is not something I want to do again. And at the time it was very, as you can imagine, impactful on my mental health. Cheers, Rollomancer. I think so too. I think it will be good in the end. I'm quite sure of it. If not, I'll force it to happen. I'll make sure it'll be good in the end, you know. I am not giving up. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I'm quite sure it'll be good. I don't have a shark fin. Here, I'll force it into the picture. Oh, you don't know it's a shark? Let me drive it through even more. Let's just use all stereotypes. Fuck it. Gria. Oh, cheers. Cheers. I mean, I always think, you know, like, yeah, she has had some extremely shitty rolls of the dice, right? You can't deny that. But I'm sure as hell gonna try my best to smooth out the bumps. And that's all I can do. I mean, personally, I didn't have the luckiest rolls either in my life, but I made it happen by pure determination. So I'm sure I can impact her life too. So either way, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Rollomancer, a diver for scale. Nah, it's gonna compromise the image too much. DMT, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's not that that I didn't want to share about the state. No, it's just that everybody hears shit news around everywhere, and everyone loves to only talk about negatives. So I have kind of opted not to, because why? Why? Doesn't gonna not gonna make anyone's day better. But today it just happened that I started talking about it. I don't even know how. But it's all good. I'm not the one that um, rolls around in misery. I accept what has happened, and I'll move forward and find a solution to solve the issue rather than what's that American Ove? Is that what they say on the movies? The Jews in America, Ove. Isn't that what they say? Gria, have a fantastic day. Happy weekend, Gria, sir. Good job on your Unreal Bjorn 3 sketch. Oh, looks interesting. All right, time is up. This is what it ended up looking. Switched up my style today. I felt like I've been exploring styles this week. Why not do yet another style to see what we can come up with? Ended up pretty fun, quite different than my usual style. It's a fun one, It works. Let's just give it some negative space here so it's not so cramped, so we can enjoy it in its entirety. Fantastic style. Well, thank you. It is a fun style, I must admit. And what works really well with a style like this is like flat washes. I'll show you. I won't do it because, you know, time is up. But if you do like flat washes like this, it can go a long way. And then on each flat wash, you go, you just give a shadow pass or like a gradient, like comic style coloring, I guess. It does make a big difference in terms of kind of readability and things like that. And because most of the weight and information details sits in the brushwork rather than the wash, you can get away with quite a lot with simple. It's a nice combination there. There's a tangent with the eye of this. Yes. Time is not up, keep going. Rip. How much do you ask for him? What? Do you want to buy him? Do you want to buy this sketch? For what? I mean, yeah, this sketching style, I mean, half an hour in a very calm way. I've sketched up a drawing with a wash. You could go far. You know, if you would do these kind of things, you know, flat washes, you could get a lot more impact rather fast. So that with the brushwork and then the washes, you could get really, like during a day, you could get quite a lot of concepts out. As long as you have a clear picture in your head, you don't spend too much time fiddling. You just go and commit, and then move on, commit, and you can get quite a lot of concepts out, which is you know, it's a really fun way of doing things. But it relies on you understanding what you're going to draw. Because if you don't know what you're going to draw, chances are that you're going to be moving pixels around too much. Meaning you're not making enough decisions. So it's really important that you do make decisions and you commit to them, and that the more you redo, the more you fiddle, the more you are unsure of what you're drawing, the less effective this style is going to be. So what's important if you're going to try this style or this way of drawing is to commit to the drawing. Yeah, you should do some changes, you know, if you're drawing something wrong, but try to limit the amount of fiddling, and you'll get quite fun results. Ice Die, what's the average pay for artists in games? Average, I'd say starting-ish salary for working artists, day rate of, if you're freelance, probably a day rate of 200 probably is the basics, the starting point. And then the more experience you have, the higher you can go. But I'd say 200 a day, probably, on average. But of course, there's ranks differently. There is also difference in location, how much you earn. Americans tend to go higher in salary. So if you work for an American company, you can claim higher rate because they're used to it, because they usually assume their freelancer lives in America, and America requires more money kind of for all the expenses that they have, right? So it's a little bit different, but on average, I'd say starting point is 200 a day for a generic artist, number 57. All right, let's find someone to rate.
Word schedule.
Let's raid Team Remmers. Let's try to break his defenses. So thanks everyone for coming, and thanks everyone for hanging out. Have a best weekend. I will try to stream something over the weekend, I hope. I really miss it. Some music streams with painting. That's something that's really missing, I feel. A glass of wine, music, and art. And no stress, hopefully. Have a good one, everyone. We're gonna raid Team Remmers. See you on Monday for Radio Hurri. Yeah, exactly. Monday morning at least, at the bare minimum. Good luck, everyone, with Unreal Bjorn. Outro. Toodles.